See YouTube, here goes how they look at night. Y'all see, hey, them boys look pretty nice, bro. So yo YouTube, man, we have these interior trim lights that we will be installing today. And what we also have going on is cars also being wrapped. So while we in the middle of wrapping, we're gonna also be installing these. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and unpackage and see what we got to work with. Now I already installed these before, so it's gonna be pretty easy for me. Okay, something looks broke here.
Oh, hell no!
This right here got broke, so let's screw this back on real quick. Okay, so this back fixed, but we missing a piece that goes in here, floating around up in here. I saw it floating somewhere. So we're taking it out, make sure it works. As you can see, they work pretty fine. So first thing what I like to do is get my wiring set up on where I want all my wiring to go. So I like to grab, like, let's say this piece right here is toward the right. Grab the one that's towards the right. And we're gonna need two of these over there because we're gonna need one for the door and we're gonna need one. Wait.
What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, so y'all gonna need one over there. No, yeah, we're gonna need one over here, which is for the door. You're gonna need two right here in this area to go under here to go around the center console. You're gonna need one more over here for this door. So there's three on this side, one on this side, and how many we have. So we're gonna have an extra one, and with that extra one, what you can do is you can get it up in here. So that is how we're gonna do it. So what we're gonna do is test fit it around to make sure that it's gonna fit around here on how much of this we need to cut off. So once you get your test on how much you're gonna need to go around the center console, make sure you leave a lot of slack, a good amount of slack to tuck here and tuck under your steering wheel so you can hide your wiring up in here. And so once you get your slack, what you wanna do is you're gonna run your L wire up through this tube, and it's easier to run it through the tube when you're standing up holding it up like this than sideways, because when you hold it like this, it's just gonna get caught up like right there. So it's easy just to do it standing up. So what I'm gonna do is run this wiring through the tube. So man, as y'all can see, I got a good amount of extra right here tucked off, so this can just easily and simply go right under there for my wiring. But next up, as y'all can see, it's just pretty much getting this all punched into your hose to get it flushed off in there. So cool, once you got the L's off in there, now it's time to get them wired up. So hold on, I made a mistake right here. Let's get that pushed in there some more. Cool, so once you got that, now it's time to get it all wired up. And the way that I will be wiring mine, run my wiring up under here. So you're gonna run it up under here and grab it through the steering wheel and pull it. Remember, like I said, you're supposed to have three of them over here. Two for your center console and the one for the door. So for your center console, like I said, you're gonna run your hand under here, behind here. You're gonna run your hand behind there. Get your other hand, hold it through the steering wheel, and look for this wiring under there. And then you're just gonna pull it with your hand, pull it on out. It's hard to do on camera because I'm just the only one, but I'm finna show y'all. I can see, pull it right through the steering wheel. Now, man, you just gotta tie this up to this. So to get these, you gotta tie this up to this. To get this tied up, you put this tube in, you put this tube up in this hole. Once it's in that hole, you're gonna screw this in. So what I did was hide my projector up in the steering wheel, up in there, and just like this, the center console is done. So now let's just test it out, see how it looks. So they're in there, man, but you really can't tell because it's nighttime right now. But you can see we got them on purple right now. So our side door is the same thing. You're gonna test fit them the same way you did this right here before actually putting the tube in. Now I have already test fitted this one, so what I'm gonna do now is actually put my tube in. And once we put our tube in, the same way you wire these up, we're gonna wire these up over here. But make sure you leave a good amount of slack over here so that you can have something to tuck around up in there. So on this side, make sure you leave extra slack too. I forgot to tell y'all, because sometimes when you put this in, this piece likes to move in and it will leave you a little short-handed, like right here. So make sure you put a little extra slack here, so when you cut this, all the access that you have here, all you gotta do is just cut that off like that. So it's not 100% perfect. As you can see, I got a little imperfection right here, but there's nothing that I can do because this is just too big. But I kind of got too much slack here than was really needed, but I'm still just. But anyways, when you close the door, this right here is gonna push in against itself all the time, so it's good to have extra slack here anyway. What you wanna do is get your wiring, run it like under something like this or this, run it behind one of those. So once you run it behind one of those, it's pretty self-explanatory, running it in just like that, and then look, hold on. What you're gonna do is pull this pull a little bit on your wiring. So that way when you close your door, this right here is taking the damage. This is not gonna hurt nothing. The fact that this is taking the damage right here, look. This taking the damage, this is gonna move all day. That's not gonna hurt nothing. You don't want your projector taking the damage, but that projector is good up in there. Once we got this side done, now it's time to move to the next side. After we finish that side, it's gonna be time to hide all our wiring. Y'all can see, man, we coming somewhere that looks pretty good right here. And at nighttime, this is definitely gonna hit. So the passenger side is pretty much the same as the driver's side, so that's why they didn't show me doing it. Now the next concept, man, is pretty much just hiding the wire. So the best way to hide the wiring is running it like behind your panels, y'all. Just look, just simply put it like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already get what I'm saying, bro. You're just basically simply putting it behind panels, running it up under there, all there. That's all it is. Be looking a little unprofessional right here. And this is where my power source coming from, so I can turn on with the car. Honestly, y'all, what I'm gonna do is just tuck this off right here, bro. These wires right here just gonna be showing. I mean, I don't know. Unless you're finna take all these out, bro, to hide all that, then do that. But me, no. Like this passenger, I'm gonna show y'all how I ran the wiring. Look, it's pretty much almost hidden. Look, I ran it through here. You can push that up in there some more. Once I ran it off and through there, yes, I ran it up under here. Look, as you kind of see a little bit. I could probably tuck that in there some more. Ran it off all under there. Went right here and ran it under the mat. And look, come out like right here. So this is nothing professional at all. It's just basically getting the job done. Yeah, I'm finna go get my hair cut, so don't mind that. I'm finna get that today. So for the wiring for the driver's side, y'all can see it's a little bit hidden. What I did, same thing, passenger side, ran it on this panel. I'm running like right out here under this floor mat. And for the two that's under here, what I'm doing is literally just making them line like I ran it right here under all this. So I just gotta look. Let me just show y'all how simple this is. Once I get this tucked in, look, hidden, bro. That's all it is. You're just tucking it under your panels. So as y'all can see, man, this is all complete. As y'all can see, I need to cut that right there and put this in some more, put some tape or something right here. I need to cut that, put that tape in. But besides that, man, as y'all can see, man, this is complete. I would try to show y'all at night if I don't get too impatient and drop this video before nighttime. But I'm sure I will get some clips in of y'all at night. But if I don't get no clips, tune into my YouTube where I will have some nighttime clips. All right, man, so as y'all can see, YouTube, here goes how they look at night. As y'all can see, hey, them boys look pretty nice, bro. You know what I'm saying? Check out with me sitting in it. As y'all can see, this is in 0.5. Yeah, I get it. Definitely a W mod.